Hi everyone, it's the 10th of July. We have no signs of pulling back on ES. And as I mentioned, this green internal resistance will be tested or back tested at around 5,675, maybe even all the way to 700. We are inside this red uptrend and we are inside this much larger green uptrend from the lows of October. And this entire move, just a second, of course, it started in 2022 October. So this is the low. There's between these two major lows, there were an exact 1 year, and you can see that golden support had held, and we had broken that major black resistance. It's still ongoing, and there is no time to stop. I'm just going to have a look at if we have another overhead resistance coming our way, which is this one, okay? So is it gonna test the blue? It's actually testing that blue. This is the high of December 22. This is the high of April this year, okay, March, April, and it is now testing. You can see it stopped there, but of course, it tried to break it, yeah? So probably it's going to push through because, and obviously, a resistance, a rising resistance breaking to the upside again would be as bullish as it gets. This is SPX cash. Let's have a look at the same picture on the SPX cash. If we put one line through those two highs, it has already been broken by SPX cash, right? It is already broken. These are the things like it can be a little bit different with ES continuous chart and the cash. 1, 2, 3. The third touch was back in June, and this is a breakout. That blue resistance has already been cleared, and that's a rising resistance. Dow Jones is off the golden bottom band. This is the continuous futures chart. It had broken the blue. It broke that black, back tested it. This golden uptrend, I'm going to remove the internal ones just to make it a bit more clearer. Yesterday, it bounced off that golden bottom band. That is point shooting, sharp shooting. Now, is it going to get to that blue and smash it? That's the big question. On the DAX cash, the golden bottom band hasn't been tested yet. So this is the difference. It unfortunately broke the purple. It came down back tested, but then it broke back down. This is not ideal. We have to remove that purple one from the picture, but we still have the golden, the blue. So this one, two touches on both sides. Obviously, the blue bottom band may get tested one more time around together with the golden bottom band, and then we rally. Obviously, they are not super aligned, but they are more or less kind of aligned there. But it has to be tested today and then rally to take out that blue top band eventually and go on all the way to that golden top band at a new all-time high this year. These two, the previous all-time highs, marginal highs, that's the target, I think, at 40,250. I'm holding the half long on Dow Jones. NASDAQ obviously had broken the golden sideways channel, and it's still targeting that green top band ultimately. Do we have maybe, I'm going to look at the long-term chart here. Actually, well, I can't see much apart from, let's put it this way, okay? So I'm going to put that one and that one. That's much higher anyway. So these are the lows of October. If we are inside this red uptrend, there is so much more upside to touch that red top band by NASDAQ cash, right? So obviously this was the bull flag that was broken, and then we are inside the green uptrend, and the blue internal. So the blue one is not really a channel. I'm going to remove that from the picture. So the obvious target is the green top band ultimately. NASDAQ cash is inside this golden uptrend, that smaller one. Well, it's not that small, is it? And we are inside the green uptrend. That was the second touch on the third touch on the green bottom band. This is slightly different than the NASDAQ cash, but you can see the blue resistance was broken and back tested, right? That blue resistance from, let me put it this way. Okay, it wasn't really a very clear breakout, I must admit, but you can see it was broken and back tested. This is extremely important. And after the purple resistance break, so everything is looking really bullish. Russell is the sick man of the family. The blue bull flag that I had shown had failed to hold, but we still have this green potential support coming our way, and the golden, and the level, if it wants to test, gets tested, it's going to be 2038 today, and then we rally to the red, maybe break it, and then finally the green one. It's still a kind of a triangle formation here, but there is no breakout whatsoever. FTSE coming closer to that blue bottom band. So far, no touch. But if it gets tested, that blue bottom band, which is going to be around 81.40, around 81.40, and then rally to 8500, 8550. DAX. So DAX has to break this golden perfect resistance, right? And it bounced off the red bottom band. This is where it started, this little channel here. And it confirmed the red bottom band by bouncing off it. So this here obviously is a support, this red bottom band. And is it going to form the blue bull flag? So for that, it gets to the blue top band, pulls back a little bit. Without breaking the red, we break out to get to that golden top band. Either way, I think it's still looking bullish because this is a major correction from the highs of May, almost beginning of May. And it's been quite a long time, but I think eventually we're going to break that golden resistance and get to 19,500. Now, CAC, the French index, I had a look at that blue channel again. It's still on in its bottom band. I mean, I put this with a magnet, these two touches. The blue bottom band hasn't been tested yet, and the blue internal support got tested. The green bottom band is holding. Obviously, this could turn into a bear flag. I mean, if it comes down and breaks it to the downside. But right now, if you look at it this way, the green bottom band support is holding, that rail. We may come down to the green bottom band, and if it bounces and ultimately, if it breaks the purple resistance, as I have mentioned a few times, CAC is going to start to rally and probably take out that green resistance and get at least to this level, which would be a gap fill. Clearly, the break of this support has been not so good for CAC, right? That was broken, back tested, it came down. So it may come up all the way to that back test, and there is a large gap here. But first, we have to get to that purple resistance and break it. TLT is still on, and I think it's still going to target that 100 level, that green top band, which is where we'll see whether it can basically completely ignore it or reverse again. But the fact that the golden bull flag is broken and the red support is holding is still bullish. This is the 10-year note, treasury note. That purple resistance is still holding with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 countless touches. Once it breaks, I think there's going to be a big rally. Oil's reversal is on the way. That golden resistance held at just over 84. And it has broken the green internal support. It's coming down. If it wants to test, so maybe ultimately we test the golden plus green and then rally to break that golden resistance. So I'm going to be watching this, especially this green bottom band. And Brent oil also reversed. Remember that blue resistance, right? That blue resistance held and the golden support got tested. The golden channel was broken, that was the bearish call actually. After the reversal at the blue resistance, it is now, it initially came down, broke that black. Now it's bouncing off the golden support a little bit today, but I think ultimately it's going to come down much further. It's already at this golden support. You can see here it's testing it, and if it does break, I think Brent oil is going to come down. I think oil is still bearish. Natural gas, let me show you here. This is the continuous chart, okay? It reversed at the green top band, broke down that golden channel, and it is probably inside this red downtrend. If its top band holds, we come down to that purple broken resistance and we bounce off it. I had plotted this red bottom band as a potential support in the previous videos, not the last two videos, which was my mistake. I should have reminded you to this one. That red, so this giant red channel, right? If it breaks, I think this is going to be huge, hugely bearish, really. So, and if we look at maybe a kind of a potential downtrend, I'm going to show it like this. So, and it's kind of similar to that red downtrend on the continuous chart. If this blue top band holds, it comes down and breaks that red bottom band. And that's going to be terrible for natural gas bulls. And I think from there, we're going to come down all the way to sub 200, sorry, sub 2. Excuse me. Gold's red support held, okay? So if it wants to rally, it has to stay above this red support. There's no doubt about it. So if it starts to run, it's still targeting that 24,500. Yeah, it's quite clear now. I'm just gonna put it something like this, just to be on the lookout for the next support. Even if that red support breaks, okay? Even if that red support breaks, comes down to the green, this is where this trend started. Without making a new low, it started to make new highs. And that green one, which makes the green one as a potential channel. So if it comes down to that green bottom and if we see a bounce, then I think we can get inside the green, we can get to that 2450. Silver long was closed by myself yesterday. Even though that red support is still holding, it is a tired support. You can see it was a support broken, but then broken back up. It's still holding, like, look at this. But what matters here is this purple resistance that has to be broken for a rally. The green channel is broken, which is why I closed the long. And if it breaks this red, which is going to be at $30.65. $30.65. Is it going to come down and break this red one more time? Or is it going to rally and break that purple resistance over 31.30? That's the big question. Anything above 31.30 today is going to look very bullish again for silver. So this is a very, very critical moment for the short-term silver. Long-term, clearly bullish, no doubt about it. And platinum is this is the spot chart. This one looks like a bear flag, that purple channel. But on the continuous chart, it is off the golden bottom band. What matters here is whether it is going to come down. It's actually, we can put them both in purple so we don't get confused. It's the same chart, okay, with the spot. It comes down to the purple and breaks it, then yeah, that's going to look very, very bad. Then the blue one from the lows of March, yeah, that is going to be the last man standing as a support. So for platinum to rally, it really has to start. I mean, if it comes down to the purple bottom band, we may still see a big rally starting. But platinum so far has disappointed big time, hasn't it? So copper. copper had broken the black bull flag, broken out of the black bull flag. It went all the way down to that green broken channels backtest at 470, right? It is inside the red bull flag. This is a perfect three touch on both sides bull flag. It is coming down, maybe, just maybe. You can see, I'm going to remove the bottom band, but you can see here, 1, 2, 3 touch resistance that was broken. It's come down for a backtest on the breakout level. So for me, I think if it breaks that red top band, we're going to get to 480, right? Straight from here, all the way to the green, and maybe even break back into the green, which would be very bullish. Okay, now let's have a look at euro. It has to get to that red. I mean, if it touches the green bottom band, which would be around 108.05 today, around there, touches that green and then it bounces, it is going to get to that red top band, maybe even break it. We don't know that yet. It is a giant bull flag from the highs of December last year. So that is a very large bull flag formation. Pound sterling, it looked very bullish yesterday, right? So this was the bull flag that was broken. And it's still above that green support. Try to break into that golden. It's kind of consolidating at the moment. I think there is a big move coming our way, and I think it's going to be to the upside. But you can see here how choppy it is. There is no trend whatsoever at the moment. US dollar Japanese yen is the one that has been trending big time, which inside the red and golden and the little blue one. It broke out of the green bull flag yesterday, which I had mentioned in the video, and it's inside the blue channel. The bottom band I had marked at 160.35. It bounced off 160.30. Now it is at 161.50 already. That's already 115 pips up. And I think we're going to get to 163.25 around there to touch that red top band one more time. And from there, I'm expecting a big coming down. DXY is still a little bit choppy. The red bull flag had failed. Is it going to break this golden sub channel properly and come down to the red? That is going to be dictated by what euro is going to do. Aussie is consolidating and it had broken out of the red channel. That is undeniably bullish. And I think it is targeting that blue top band. Kiwi is a little bit weak again, a little bit soft because it just couldn't test that golden resistance one more time. What is it trying to do is very, very unknown to me. The only way this could get resolved is by breaking that golden top band. UCAD is inside the golden and blue support. Which one is going to be broken? That time will tell. We don't know that yet. Okay, now let's have a look at agriculturals. Coffee. Just tested that 250 yesterday, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a 4 touch. I mean, it came very close to that 4th touch. Is it reversing here? And I just saw something which is slightly disturbing for the bullish case. I may really exit the long here. It's this one, that purple resistance from the high of 2011. That is from the highs of 2011. This is the high of 2022. This is the high of this year earlier, and this is the 4th touch, right? That is a giant resistance that is still holding. So it may be clever to close the long here and wait for the breakout. And anything above 252 would actually be out in the clear, and the minimum target would be 275 still. And of course, this year, this is the futures continuous chart, right? Ultimately, the target would actually be 350, 400, which is that green top band, and even more. So coffee may get really expensive. Wheat is coming closer to that purple support at 535. I think from there we'll bounce and break out. This is the September contract. It should get to that blue bottom band, which is also at 535. Soybeans is not looking good, and I had hoped that this purple bottom band is going to hold and we break out of the black channel. So I'm going to show you on the 4-hourly chart. But this purple bottom band, right? This purple bottom band, it looks like it's breaking, and this is a bear flag, and I think there is a chance for it to come down much harder than I thought it would. And it would actually, I'm going to show you here, it could come down all the way to this green bottom band from here. So once it breaks, and I think there is a chance now that it is breaking already. So I'm going to put this something like this, all right? That green bottom band may get tested one more time, which is 1075 or so. And we are at 1130. So the purple bottom band, this is a bear flag, and it looks like it wants to break and come all the way down to that green bottom band. And this is soybeans September contract. I thought it is, I mean, it reversed at the blue top band, that's clear. It came down, and I thought maybe it will bounce and break, but it is actually not really interested in getting back to that blue top band right now. It may change today. It really has to change today if it wants to really rally. Corn is sub 400, which is what I called for since the break of that red bear flag. And I think it is going to test the green bottom band. Yeah, this is a fakey down, and the green channel, I think there's more downside, but it's only the September contract is maybe calling for a low at 389, 388, right? That red bottom band. But it's still looking very bearish, all of these. Sugar is back testing this is the continuous chart, is back testing the green, broken resistance. It's not really holding, is it? But of course, the red bottom band is holding. So that red bottom band is holding, which is why it could look bullish. And let me look at the October contract. The blue channel is broken, which is bearish, and it's basically this red bull flag that is holding it up. But more importantly, this green broken resistance got back tested, and we have this purple support. That support rail may be forming here. So it's kind of a double support. But for now, it really has to run and break out of the red bull flag. That could catapult it all the way to at least the purple top band. Okay, so it may be bottoming, putting in an interim bottom on the October contract. Cotton is coming closer to that 67 level, and we'll see whether that golden bottom band holds. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. This is everybody, the entire world is watching Bitcoin, okay? So that black channel is still intact. The black bottom band didn't get tested. I was thinking maybe this green broken support is going to cause one more dive, touch that black bottom band. It would be around 54,000, just around 54,000. The blue channel is a bull flag. So is it going to get to the blue and straight out break, or is it going to come down, touch the black, and then break out? That's the big question. But either way, if and when it breaks out of the blue bull flag, is going to look very bullish. Ethereum looking slightly better. And the reason is, of course, it has broken back above that black broken support after backtesting it. And it is back inside the blue broken channel. This downward channel was broken to the downside. I'm just going to put out something else there. It's time, right? So this could, right? I'm going to put this in. Do we have anything in purple? No. Okay. So this is where it started, right? This downtrend started here, this leg down. So the bottom band would be this. This is education, guys. The top band is a potential resistance. So if it gets to that purple top band, we may see another reversal to come down towards 2750. And the level for that would be 3240 or something like that, above 3240. Uh, sorry, above 3200. That's where we should be careful. The AVE has to break that green resistance. It looks slightly positive. Everything is slightly green. ACH has to break that golden. ADA, not really very good. It has broken, but it's breaking back into that blue bear flag. So this looks slightly positive. ATA, no, not much. Audio has to break that golden resistance. AVAX, no. BMEX, no. BNB, nah, not really, because of the failure of the blue bull flag. CHZ, which is Chile's, not really. It has to break out of the green for me to get interested in that. CKB is off that golden support. That is one green one. And COTI is off the green support again, which is deep back tested. Dash, not good. Data, not good. Dogecoin is still dodgy. I mean, it has broken a giant downtrend. So to me, this is a very big blow to the Dogecoin holders. Okay, Polkadot, DYDX, FTM is off the blue bottom band. So this is one of the good ones. We may get to the blue top band and break it. GRT, not good. Hive, no. Even though it tested that red bottom band very deep, Hive is one of the losers, not really. And Jasmy is off the green, and it may break out of the golden bull flag, which would, of course, become a very, very definitive buy signal. So I may even argue that this golden bottom band is this. So this could maybe come down one more time, touch the blue, and then run. CAS still is one of the best. I'm going to put it all the way to the top. CAS, Jasmy, Jasmy is a good one. And I'm going to talk about those always first. Chainlink is off the red bottom band, but it still has to break that golden broken support, which is holding as resistance. Litecoin failed, so it broke down that blue bear flag, which is not good. Maybe it wants to come down to that red bottom band, form this large bull flag. So ultimately, maybe that red bottom band is going to become a long entry. Mana, off the red. This is a very large, so it is quite spectacular bull flag breakout. And it's now forming this red sideways channel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But there is no real reason to buy it just so far. Matic, bad because of the bull flag break. OM, the best one of the best. Okay, goes to the top. PAL goes to the top because, again, this is one of the good, very high potential ones. Pepe, obviously, has been one of my best calls, which went up 1400%. TIA is off the red bottom band, so it may be forming this red channel, bull flag, but it has to be broken first. Shiba, not good. It's off the green support, but is it going to get to the blue and break it? That's the question. Render is off the red bottom band, so this here is a very orderly bull uptrend, isn't it? That red support break would be bad, of course, but at the moment it is looking okay. RSR, Sandbox, no. Songbird, I'm not going to even mention Songbird. It's just a messy chart. I'm going to remove that. Shiba is off the green. Yeah, 1 second. Where were we? Theta, not good. TIA, Uniswap, also not very nice channel. Monero has to get to 180. I'm going to put that in at the very top as well. So I'm putting the high potential ones at the top. Ripple is back into the golden channel. This gives hope, of course, but is it going to get to the blue resistance and break it? That's the big question, and it would have to get to that 65 cents to do that. Tezos is testing that red resistance. Yeah. So far, no real reason to buy, really. Zcash is really surprising me, after testing multi-year lows. This is the low of 2019. It tested that level. Every time it tested that level, it bounced, obviously. So this could become a major low here because it also tested the golden support. Is it going to get to that golden top and break it? That's the big question. And then ultimately, of course, this green resistance has to be cleared. But it wasn't showing relative strength, and it still isn't. All right, guys, take care. Keep in touch.